So recently we've looked at simplifying fractions by cancelling, but there's another way that you can use to sometimes simplify fractions. And what this is to split the fraction up. And as I've said here, we need to be careful how we do it. We can split the top up, but we can't split the bottom. Okay, so the entire bottom, the entire denominator, must remain under each new part. So if we look at the examples here, the first example, we have 2 plus 5 over 2. Now the way we're going to split this up is we're going to split the top. So we're going to have the 2 and the plus 5. Okay, so we're going to split those up, but the denominator must remain under each part. Okay, so we have to keep the 2 under each part. We split the top, we break the top up, but we keep the denominator under each part. Now the advantage of this is then you can sometimes cancel then at that point. So 2 over 2, well, 2 divided by 2 is 1, or 1 over 1, whichever way you want to put it. So that's 1 plus 5 over 2. Okay, now there isn't always a benefit to doing this, but sometimes there is. So there's an example of how we would do that. Here's another example. P minus 2q over q. Again, split up the top. So P and minus 2q, but keep the bottom under each part. Write the bottom under each part. Okay, the bottom has to continually go under each part. So this is going to be P over q. And then we have minus 2. And what happens on this side is the q's cancel. Okay, so the q's we can cancel here because this is a single fraction now. And even though we have a subtraction here, within the fraction itself there's no subtraction, so cancelling is allowed. And we can write P minus 2q over q as P over q minus 2. The third one, we've got an example already done, but it's done incorrectly on purpose. So what we've done is we've split a plus 2 over a plus b. And the way I did this, which is wrong, is I split the top and I split the bottom. Now, the reason this might seem attractive to some people is because the a's will then cancel. If you do that, you can then cancel the a's. But there was a problem in the first step, and that we're not allowed to split the bottom. So the correct version of example 3 would be this. A plus 2 over a plus b is equal to, okay, split the top, so a, and keep the bottom under it, a plus b, plus 2 over a plus b. Okay, and when we do this, there's no cancelling allowed. You may be tempted to cancel the a's, but this a is involved in addition, and so it's not allowed to be used for cancelling. And really, it doesn't improve our situation from what we had originally. A plus 2 over a plus b is probably as easy to deal with as a over a plus b plus 2 over a plus b. Now this does become useful later on when we talk about things like partial fractions. That's further down the road in your math career. It's useful to be able to do things like this sometimes, but we're probably not going to see a use for it right now. Okay, but just know that when we go to split up fractions, we can split the top, but we have to keep the bottom under each part. Okay, thanks for watching.